Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is a join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that. Well, today marks exactly 3 years since President Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND was voted into power. So different sections of the society have been issuing their own versions of the review of how the president has performed and how the UPND has performed. So the UPND had put up this post earlier on a couple of hours ago. They say August 12th, 2021, Zambia's decides. UPND did Hakainde Hichilema votes at Kablonga Boys Secondary School in Lusaka area today. So they shared a caption from 3 years ago, remembering that. But the former head of state, Edgar Lungu, had a thing to say or two about the same. So he says, he put up an article, he says, they have collapsed the economy. And then he goes further to elaborate how, let me just read his article anyway. So this is what Edgar Lungu says. Today, the 12th of August, marks exactly 3 years since Zambians from all walks of life came out in numbers to vote, and consequently, the new Dawn government under President Hakainde or President Hichilema was voted into power, and I gracefully handed over power as a true Democrat. He says, when I look back, I must say I am proud. I'm a proud former president because my PF government left a better legacy in terms of in general terms as compared to the legacy of the UPND government so far. After their 3 years in office, despite numerous challenges that my government encountered, we tried to manage and ensure that the cost of living prices of basic commodities were low and moderate for our people as compared to the status quo today or now. He goes further to say, as you may recall, at the time of my handover in August 2021, I left a 25 kg bag of meal at price between 90 kwacha to 120 kwacha. Today, the 25 kg bag of meal costs between 340 and 660, depending on the place. The price of fuel was 17 kwacha, but now it's unsustainable at 33.47. In 2021, I remember that the 50 kg bag of fertilizer was 600 kwacha. Today, the same bag of fertilizer is costing 1,200. During my time, a 2 kg pack of sugar was 45 kwacha. The same package of sugar is selling above 75 kwacha. You can add more items and do a better comparison yourselves. He states there. That's Edgar Lungu. This year I discovered the number of commodities have not just become expensive, but the manufacturers sector has decided to start packaging more products into Pamela sizes, smaller sizes, because most of the ordinary Zambians cannot afford the standard packages we left in 2021. The more this is more depressing and disappointing for those in power. He goes further to compare the two. Pretty much he compares his tenure in office and compared to Hakaine's Hichilema's rule. So he simply says he performed way better than that. And then he signs off. On this day, 12th of August, exactly 3 years since UPND was voted into power, I call upon all Zambians to introspect honestly and from where we were in August 2021 to where we are in all sectors of life. It's only then that we will seriously pledge to redeem ourselves again sooner than later by restoring inclusive democratic rule, good governance, pro-poor policies, and respect of human rights and support for basic needs of our people in a legitimate and democratic manner. Thank you all. God continue to bless and protect Zambia. Signs it off, Edgar Lungu, 60th President of Zambia, Patriotic Front President there. So that was his review of the performance of the UPND. And the UPND rebutted immediately. So the UPND put up this article to say, what have we done in 3 years? So they're saying 75,000 public service workers employed, 9.8 billion external debt restructured, more money for social sector investment, and Mopani Copper Mine, the new equity partner, government raises its stakes to 49%, jobs and economic activities research. So they say Kitwe Mufulira councils pay off all statutory arrears after Mopani pays its dues and improves service delivery. So they keep on highlighting more things there from what they've done. And then they say Kasama Airport refurbished, ZNS and ZCS participation in national food production and reserve increase of drastically. 100 megawatt solar power plant in Chamuka area gets underway, and then government makes changes to the energy policy, including metering of opening access policy, the first since God created Zambia. And what else did they highlight here? Amongst the things that they've done in that period of time. So pretty much the UPND rebutted to Edgar Lungu's article, and anything he had stated, they had to say they had performed. And Munia Zulu says 3 years of power, the only uniform that is clear is from the judiciary. 5 different court grant the same ruling on the same day, but different persons, but same time. So I do not know what case is referring to there or what judgment. That's Munia Zulu's view. And then he also does his own list about the things of the performance of the UPND in the last 3 years. So Munia Zulu says the list of scandals ignored in the last 3 years. And he goes first. The Katete beating of men in uniform by Nyau dancers ignored. He highlights that one. And then 2, the abduction of 13 girls that were found in the same house in Chalala ignored. And then the land that was being given to some Vietnamese ignored. It goes further. 6, he highlights a number of things there. What else does he highlight there? Single sourcing of major procurement fertilizer ignored. And the Lusaka Ndola Dual Carriageway Road funding from NAPSA ignored. And then he also highlights JJ Banda's abduction there ignored. And purchase of Zambif farm will die a natural death. So that's a list coming from Munia Zulu with regard to the performance of the UPND so far. And then Kalemba does a throwback of newspaper headlines from August 12th, 2021. So there you can see PF is wicked, Zambia decides, choose peace. So those are some of the headlines there that were coming from 3 years ago. This was posted by Kalemba. And then today is the National VPN Day. It should have been declared a holiday. This was posted by the UPND regarding to, if you remember, internet was shut down 3 years ago. That's what they're referring to there. And obviously, Smart Eagles rebuttal there at user VPN. So they rebuttal that VPN thing, and then they go further to highlight that individual. If you remember, this one got his senses a long time ago. Wow. Wakaele. So simply saying, if you remember, this gentleman is from the Fimba Upoke team, those that used to make videos online to say Fimba Upoke if you do not like the UPND government. So they say he had changed his mind now. And then the UPND say happy 12th August, meaning 3 years anniversary of the UPND in power. And then they highlight some of the things that Savoy Mboy had said 3 years ago. Say, the one thing I will enjoy about the Bali regime, if it happens, is the shock of the youth
when they realize that the only one who can fix their lives is themselves. And then Bali promised free education. Should we start eating tuition fee or wait a bit? So that's from 3 years ago. What else is there? The UPND say, today is the day that the people of Zambia voted against commanders from the intercity bus station and other public places. That's the UPND there. And then Smart Eagle say, today marks the 3 years of Munsala. They say it's running doctorates at UNZA. Tomorrow they will be confer him with a doctorate so that we should call him Dr. Bari. They allege President Hakainde Hichilema is likely to receive another doctorate from the US of Zambia there. And then Mao Sampa seems to have made peace with the other sections of the PF. So this was during Max Chungu's mother's funeral earlier on today. Those are the images coming from there. So Mao Sampa stated, this morning I attended the burial of Make Wendy at Memorial Park. She is also the mother of Max Chungu, who both grew up in Matero and Kafio. At the funeral, I also got to meet some of the PF colleagues not seen in a while. May our soul rest in peace. So it seems like he had been embraced, and you can see some of the images there from Mao Sampa's interaction with the PF. What is these are the guys who were at the Olympics tournament. And then you see Muzala there. Then the president said this. This was posted by Ivan Sinkandu, the Minister of Sports. He says President Hakainde Hichilema has pledged to sponsor 2024 Olympics bronze medalist Muzala Samukonga to the United States of America to advance his athletics career. So the president has pledged to sponsor Muzala. That's the gentleman in the middle there, or center of this picture there. So that's a pledge coming from the head of state. So these are some of the images from Mao Sampa's interaction with the other section of the PF at the funeral earlier on at Memorial Park. It seems to have been embraced. And then he asks a question, Mao Sampa says, today marks exactly 3 years when Zambians went to the poll general elections to remove the PF and President Edgar Lungu and ushered into government the UPND and President Hakainde Hichilema. Out of 10, how do you rate their performance thus far? So a number of people have done their own rating there, but I will not read the rating of others. I would ask you, my subscribers, to give your own rating of the UPND government in the last 3 years, based of that question that Mao Sampa asks there. How do you think the President Hakainde Hichilema has performed and the UPND the last 3 years there? So those responses that were given there, I will not publish them. I will leave it open for you guys to give your views. These are some of the images. Earlier on, we had the Ukusefya Pangwena traditional ceremony and another one in Zambezi, which were attended by President Hakainde Hichilema. So these are some of the images from those two traditional ceremonies that were conducted over the weekend. It's been a very busy weekend. So this was in Zambezi, where the president had attended. So those are some of the images from that ceremony. That's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night or good morning, depending on which time zone you're watching this from.